Now let us see that what is capital structure. So capital structure, it is a combination or a mix of the various types of long-term funds. Capital structure gives place to all type of funds, whether it is a borrowed fund or the owner's fund. So in the structure, that is the capital structure of the organization, we should give the proper weightage to both these types of funds. एक ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर होना चाहिए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जिसमें हमारे पास ओनर्स इक्विटी भी होनी चाहिए और जिसमें हमारे पास बोरोड फंडिंग भी होनी चाहिए. तो लाइक शेयर, डिबेंचर एंड अदर सोर्सेस ऑफ लॉन्ग टर्म फंड. So capital structure is a mix or a combination of the various types of funds. Okay. Mixture of various types of long term funds. This is known as capital structure. So capital structure gives the due weightage to both the types of funds, okay, borrowed as well as equity. Okay, borrowed and equity. Now after this, what is one thing, that is capital gearing. It should be clear to you. Capital gearing. This is the relationship between the owner's equity and the debt fund of the organization. It is a relationship between owner's equity and debt fund in the organization. And when we are talking about the owner's equity and the debt fund, the complete concept, it means the total capitalization of the organization. ये पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट कहलाता है टोटल कैपिटलाइजेशन. दैट इज टोटल कैपिटल, वेदर इट इज विथ बोरोड इक्विटी और विथ द ओनर इक्विटी, चाहे वो पैसा शेयर से हो, चाहे डिवेंचर से हो, चाहे अदर लॉन्ग टर्म फंडिंग से हो. ओके, so this is the total capitalization. In this again we have got two things. One is high gearing. कैपिटल गेयरिंग में एक चीज है हाई गेयरिंग. When the proportion of equity is small in the total capital of the firm, equity proportion is small in the total कैपिटलाइजेशन. इसका मतलब आपका जो इक्विटी से फंड रेजिंग है वो कंपैरेटिवली जो बोरोड फंड से अमाउंट रेज किया गया है बहुत कम है. लेट्स से 100 रुपए आपने 100% आपका टोटल कैपिटलाइजेशन है, तो उसमें से 30% जो है वो आपकी इक्विटी से फंड रेज की गई है और 70% आपने बोरोड फंडिंग से की है. तो दिस इज हाई गियरिंग के. अब वाइस वर्सा लो गियरिंग. अब इसके जस्ट रिवर्स आता है लो गियरिंग. आप रिवर्स कर दीजिए. वेयर द इक्विटी प्रपोर्शन इज मोर एंड द बोरोड फंडिंग इज लेस. टोटल कैपिटल में जो इक्विटी का प्रोपोर्शन है वो ज्यादा हो जाएगा और बोरोड फंडिंग का कम हो जाएगा. तो इन दिस केस क्या होगा, वाइस वर्सा, मतलब बिल्कुल रिवर्स हो जाएगा इसके। तो हियर व्हाट हैपेंस, अगर इक्विटी का प्रोपोर्शन कम है और बोरोड फंडिंग का ज्यादा है तो मैक्सिमम अमाउंट विच वी आर अर्निंग गोज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, और लो गेयरिंग में क्या होगा, द अमाउंट ऑफ अर्निंग गोज टू द शेयर होल्डर। इसमें जितना अमाउंट ऑफ अर्निंग होगा वो शेयर होल्डर को फायदा होगा, क्योंकि अगर बोरोड फंडिंग कम है तो इंटरेस्ट के रूप में हम कम पैसा देंगे। ठीक, तो दीज आर टू कॉन्सेप्ट, हाई गेयरिंग एंड लो गेयरिंग। नाउ व्हाट शुड बी द कैपिटल गेयरिंग ऑफ एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? So it depends on various circumstances, various factors are there, because there is no particular criteria that this is the standard or the benchmark capital gearing for any organization. Each and every organization may have a different capital gearing as per their needs and requirements. So there are number of factors which are affecting the capital gearing or the capital structure of the organization. So let us discuss those factors or few of those factors in brief. Okay, so there are different factors which are there. Okay, so first factor that is affecting capital structure is return on investment, or maybe it can also be said earning per share. So EPS or ROI. Sometimes the earning per share increases when we raise the money by share capital, and sometimes the earning per share increases when we raise the money by debt capital. In the second situation, the earning per share will increase when return on investment will be more than what you are giving in the form of interest to the debt holder. यहाँ पे एक चीज आएगी कि जो पैसा आप रेज कर रहे हैं बोरोड फंडिंग से, okay, so we have to invest that money, and we have to see this thing that when we are investing that money, the return on investment should be more than what we are supposed to pay to the debt holder or the debenture holder, जो हमको देना है. For an example, you have got a return on investment at the rate of 20%. Okay, and what it is said that the borrowed fund is raised at the rate of 12% per annum. So in this case, what you can see that there will be a difference of 8%, which will ultimately increase the earning of the organization, and this 8% increase will add to the earning of the shareholder. Okay, ये 8% जो पैसा आपका बचेगा ये शेयर होल्डर की अर्निंग पर शेयर बढ़ा देगा. मान लीजिए किसी कंपनी का 1 करोड़ का ऑलरेडी अमाउंट कैपिटल है और उस कंपनी को 20% रिटर्न मिल रहा है, तो 1 करोड़ का 20% रिटर्न ले रही है वो, और वो रिटर्न का अमाउंट सारा का सारा अर्निंग पर शेयर के रूप में शेयर होल्डर्स को जा रहा है. नाउ दैट कंपनी रिक्वायर्स 1 करोड़ मोर. अब उस कंपनी को 1 करोड़ रुपए और चाहिए, तो क्या होगा, उसने बोरोड फंडिंग से मनी रेज किया. इसी सिचुएशन में चले तो बोरोड फंडिंग उन्होंने 12% पे मनी मार्केट से उठाया 1 करोड़ और उसको इन्वेस्ट कर दिया जहां पे उनको 20% रिटर्न मिला. तो 12% हमें इंटरेस्ट देना है और सामने हमको रिटर्न मिला है 20%. तो अल्टीमेटली the 8% अर्निंग will be earned by the shareholders. Why? क्योंकि 20% पहले ही उनके पास थी, तो 20% plus 8% और जुड़ गई. Now the shareholders are getting 28% earning. तो पूरी total income हो जाएगी 28% earning. Now this earning will be distributed amongst the shareholders after doing all the adjustments which are a legal necessity. Okay, so this we can see. So ROI is favorable in case when the investment is returning more than what you are supposed to give to the borrowed fund holders या borrowed lenders from whom you have got the money. Okay, if it is going vice versa, then it is not a good choice. तो अगर आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट पे रिटर्न ज्यादा आ रहा है तो आप बोरोड फंडिंग से पैसा रेज करिए, और अगर नहीं आ रहा है तो देन डू नॉट रेज द फंड्स बाय बोरोड फंडिंग. सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द फैक्टर्स. देन कम्स कैश फ्लो पोजीशन. द कैश फ्लो पोजीशन ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दैट इज द इनफ्लो एंड आउटफ्लो ऑफ कैश. इफ द position is sound enough, okay, company's liquidity position is very sound and company is able to pay the cash on time, so in that case the company can raise the funds from the borrowed funding. अगर कंपनी के पास कैश फ्लो अच्छा है, इनफ्लो अच्छा आ रहा है, पैसा अच्छा आ रहा है, तो कंपनी डेट कैपिटल से पैसा रेज कर सकती है. Otherwise, if the company is not having a sound liquidity position, then it should not go for the debt capital. फिर उसको debt capital से पैसा नहीं लेना चाहिए. Because if the inflow of cash is not sound, then it should not create another liability by taking the debt capital. Okay. Then comes interest coverage ratio, ICR. Okay. Interest coverage ratio. See, that is the amount of interest which we are supposed to pay. So if we are earning a sufficient amount of money and we are able to pay the amount of interest, that means the debt funding can be raised. आप debt funding से पैसा raise कर सकते हैं, because whatever you are earning, you are able to pay the amount of interest, okay, to the person from whom you have got that money. So formula is EBIT, earning before interest and tax upon amount of interest. How much earning you have got before interest and tax payment, and what is the amount of interest you are supposed to pay. So you have to find out the ICR by making the use of this formula. If this ratio is high, then you can raise the fund from the debt capital or the borrowed capital. Okay. Then comes next is debt service coverage ratio, DSCR, debt service coverage ratio. Profit after tax plus interest and plus expenses written off upon preference dividend plus interest repayment organization. Preference dividend plus interest repayment obligation, not organization, obligation. That is the amount of interest which you are supposed to pay plus preference dividend which you are supposed to pay. Okay? So whatever profit is available after tax plus you have to add interest plus expenses written off. So if this ratio is going at the higher end, then you can think of collecting the funds from the debt capital, debt service coverage ratio. Okay. So this is known as debt service coverage ratio. आप अपना पैसा डेब्ट कैपिटल से रेज कर सकते हैं अगर आप इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंसेस राइट ऑफ कर सकते हैं, इंटरेस्ट का अमाउंट पे कर सकते हैं और आपके पास इतनी अर्निंग है और जो आपको अमाउंट देना है प्रेफरेंस डिविडेंड और इंटरेस्ट ऑब्लिगेशन के रूप में, अगर ये रेशियो हाई जा रहा है दैट मीन्स यू हैव गॉट अ सफिशिएंट अर्निंग एंड यू कैन क्लियर योर डेब्ट ऑल्सो, सो यू कैन रेज द मनी फ्रॉम द डेब्ट कैपिटल। और इसी तरीके से अगर ये लो चल रहा है, अगर ये लोअर रेशियो आ रहा है तो डू नॉट गो फॉर द डेब्ट कैपिटल। ओके, सो दिस इज debt service coverage ratio. There are number of other factors also. Okay, sales trend is one of the factors. That is the trend of selling the good, favorable sales rate, increase in profit margin. Then you can think of getting the funds from the debt capital. But if the sales trends are unfavorable and your profit margin is not showing any increase, whether it is going down, so don't think of getting the funds from the debt capital. Okay, then capital market condition. Capital market condition, that is the availability of the funds. If you are easily getting the funds from the market, then also you can think that in the period of boom, people want to invest in share. अगर बूम का पीरियड है मतलब कैपिटल मार्केट की कंडीशन बहुत अच्छी है, so at that point of time the investors are interested in investing the money in share, so they will not go for the debt. Okay, but if it is a recession time period, so the investor do not want to invest the money in share, so in that period you have to go for debt capital. So these are some of the factors which are ultimately responsible for the capital structure or which affects the capital structure of any organization. So I hope all these things which we have explained today are now clear to you, that what is financial planning, meaning of financial planning, importance of financial planning. Then we have gone through the objectives of financial planning, and then what we have seen that what is capital structure. Then we have gone through the meaning of capital structure, capital gearing, what do we mean by high gearing capital structure, low gearing capital structure, and then we have discussed few factors which are affecting the capital structure of the organization. So all these things now might be clear to you and you might have understood these things very well. Thank you and have a nice day.